Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we have a bit of a DZ special here on our hands, Altergeist, and it's still a rogue deck, always has been a rogue deck, and it will continue to be a rogue deck as long as traps are, well, decent. And one of the grindiest decks ever. It's always been just extremely grindy and can usually win positions out of nowhere. So I'll just get started with the deck list. One Conquery, searchable, situational, and in the situations where you need it, it's searchable, so you don't really need more than one. A triple Marionetter, good normal summon, grabs your protocol or manifestation, two extremely good cards, also recovers Meloseek and Multifaker from your graveyard, so that recovery is also very good and versatile. So the triple Meloseek, it's able to just spot removal any card off your opponent's field, and also just searches anything when it's into the graveyard. Some could even argue this is an even better card than Multifaker in some instances. So it's just an extremely broken card. You want the triple Meloseek. Triple Multifaker. Multifaker is it's basically the heart and soul of this deck. You're able to just summon it and another Altergeist from your deck. If you open Imperm Faker, it's usually better to summon the Meloseek instead of the Silcoitus in most cases, since Meloseek just translates into an absolutely abominable turn 1 for you. So you're able to link those two off into Hexia. Meloseek searches Marionetter normal summon under Hexia. Marionetter gets one of your traps. You're able to revive back the Faker. Faker grabs one of your other cards like Silk, and then you just keep popping off out like nothing. You'll have the Multifaker in your hand for next turn. You'll have a protocol set for next turn too. It's just absolutely insane. So usually you do want to go for Meloseek instead of Silcoitus on turn 0. It does lock you into Altergeist, don't forget about that, and it's very, very good card. So next up we've got the Silcoitus. It's your main disruption. It's usually you're just getting it off Multifaker as long as it's not turn 0. Sometimes you don't get it off Multifaker if your opponent just passes turn and you want to trigger the Faker. You just summon Meloseek instead to get advantage for your next turn. But Silcoitus, it recovers your protocol and your manifestation, and that's kind of a somewhat big reason why you're not running 3 of each, since Silcoitus does just recover both those cards, and it's also a really good disruption too. It bounces for cost, so it's not very easy for your opponent, so it guarantees your follow-up for next turn, and your opponent cannot respond to that. So Silcoitus, really nice card. Next for monster hand traps, triple Ash, triple Bell, nothing special here. Hand traps are really good this format. We're running 9 of them with the Ash, Bell, and Imperm. So all of these you do want to run. Next up we've got the triple Prosperity. Prosperity is just nice. Thanks to Prosperity, if you're running 9 starters, I believe you have a 93% chance of opening starter as long as you have all of that. So that's really nice. You're usually just banishing some random cards. You don't even need most of your extra deck. And some might play Extravagance over Prosperity. I do not agree with that. Getting access to Multifaker just opens up so many more plays and increases your winning just so much. I would really just rather play the Prosperity over the more copies of Multifaker, not Multifaker, Extravagance. Those are just our spells. Finally, for our traps, we've got the 1 copy of Manifestation. It's searchable, it's situational, recoverable, all the traits for a 1-off. Manifestation plus Silcoitus kind of form a loop where you can just infinitely bounce your opponent's cards and just stall for long enough to get more gas going. This deck can just lose tempo and might fail to recover if you just lose all your resources in one go. And Manifestation is a somewhat good recovery card. We've got the 1 protocol. Protocol is really good. That moment when your opponent attempts to Ash Faker, and you just chain protocol is just really satisfying, and that ability to just become Misk is really good. It's a Misk that can also negate and destroy cards, which is extremely important. So Protocol, really good card. You do want to play the 2 ofs. No, not 3, as I said. It's recoverable off Silcoitus and searchable off Marionetter. So just 2 is usually fine enough. We've got a triple Ice Dragon's Prison, extremely good card. I'm not too sure about it this format since it doesn't affect Drytron and it's mediocre at best versus Tri-Brigade and Virtual World, but still just an insanely good card. We've got a triple Impermanence. Impermanence, really good hand trap. Imperm Faker is practically an FDK, so that's just really nice. Triple Personal Spoofing. Searches Multi-Faker for free, so you want as many copies of Multi-Faker as you want, so you are running triple personal spoofing. It's also just soft once per turn, so you can trigger multiple, although that doesn't come up too much, to be honest. The triple Solemn Strike. Solemn Strike is just really nice. It's a really nice trap. It always has been a really nice trap and should continue to be a really nice trap for the next like 10 years. It's just such a great card, being able to negate a summon or a monster effect for such a low cost instant 3 of an any trap deck. Judgment protects your back row and is also just a really nice disruption overall. IO, you're only running 3 spells and it kills 90% of the current meta. It really just hurts Drytron a decent bit since if you just chain it to their ritual spell, it's not that well, it's not, they can't just go into Zeus, but at that point they're just committing a tiny bit too much and they might lose their fodder for the ritual summon. Just kills Striker entirely. It hurts Salamangreat a decent bit since they do have a decent bit of spells: Signet Mining, Will of the Salamangreat Circle, Sanctuary. All of those are spells, so Imperial Order can hurt. That's just really nice right now. So one off, it's an FTK versus most decks. For extra deck, we've got these access code. You can make this with Selene. You kind of have to bet on your opponent playing some spells in their deck in order to kind of make use of Selene. So that might come up, but access code, really nice card overall. The triple Hextia. Hextia is nice. It does confirm a spell or trap negate and can protect against certain back row, and also floats into search for any Altergeist card, so you can even search a manifestation or a protocol, which is extremely important. And it also helps get over big bodies with like a normal summon Marionetta, for example. 2 Prime Banshee, you don't really need to, it's just because why not. It can just help you get some extra bodies on the field, and it's a really decent extender and helps get an absolutely insane amount of gas. So the 2 Prime Banshee, as I said, you don't need to play 2. You should probably play Needle Fiber plus Effect Wheeler package in here, but you can probably cut Bell. It's just that since you are only playing like 6 hand traps, it's not that easy to fit in the it's not, the Needle Fiber package just isn't that consistent, and I'd rather have the Bell over the Veiler in most instances, so I'm not running it. Like, probably should run it too, to be honest. The Geonator Transverser for spot removal, Link Rebo to link off your Meloseek, Anima to link off your Meloseek. This just comes up if your opponent has bad placement. You're usually just banishing the multiples off your Prosperity regardless, so it doesn't matter too much. Almirage is decent, just it's a very niche scenario, but if you have to do a normal summon Silk and you want to recover like a manifestation or something, it can come up, but it's just such a niche scenario. I don't really think it does come up that much. Selene, you can, since all your Altergeists are spellcasters, you can in theory link into Selene, and if your opponent has activated a couple of spells, it will get spell counters because it also cancels your opponent's graveyard. You are able to go into the access code and somewhat destroy their board from there. And finally, we've got the Nightmare Unicorn Phoenix, spot removal, nothing much, and that is kind of the list. The side deck's pretty standard, not much to explain here. Altergeist is not in the greatest of positions. It's, in most cases, it's comparable to Eldlich, but it is just a more fun version of Eldlich, and it's far more skillful. And if you're looking for a more skillful version of Eldlich, more fun, you can just go to Altergeist. Pretty similar in playstyle, but it does have a lot more decision trees. If you enjoyed the video, if you enjoyed the deck, all that good stuff, subscribe, like, and whatever. Goodbye.